I like this question because it looks a bit different than most questions in textbooks we use anyway. So hope it's a chance for you to extend yourself here. All right, here we go. So the hint was, if you can't read my writing, what I tried to say there, pardon me, was hint. Try writing 8 plus x in a different way with a common factor. I know it looks like 8 and x don't have a common factor, but in a different way, and use the answer to help you out. So I guess what I'm getting at here is the answer's got this in it, this has got the 1 plus 8 on x in it. Maybe we can do something with that, maybe. But that is, your starting point is obviously going to be, if you're given L squared equals, the first thing you want to do is say, yep, L of x is going to be the square root of all this sort of stuff here, right? So the 1 plus 8 on x all squared plus the 8 plus x all squared. Now it's really important that you don't make the error of saying, so this does not equal 1 plus 8 on x plus 8 plus x. Okay, you can't square, when you've got a sum of terms inside, you can't just get rid of that square root. That's Pythagoras. You can't just do that. So please don't do that. And that's clearly wrong because it doesn't look anything like the answer they suggested. So if you've done that, the examiners have been kind and said, it's supposed to look like this. It can't be that. So that would help you get out of that mess. So what I'm getting at here is in the square root, I'll go a bit bigger, in the square root here, this thing here is being squared. This thing here is being squared, the 8 plus x all squared. I'm going to take out a common factor of x. Now you might think x doesn't go into 8. Well, I disagree. X goes into 8 on x times. You see that? If you multiply x by 8 on x, you get 8. So it's not an obvious common factor, but it's a factor. It goes in. And x times what gives you x? Well, 1. And can you see what that reveals? So now can you see this 1 plus 8 on x bit is making a bit more of an appearance. And I guess the clue in the question was they've made this a pretty big deal. So maybe go looking for that. So look, some research I'm reading at the moment says that it really helps students for teachers to tell students what they think when they do questions. So I've been trying to do that at school. But what I'm thinking here is when I'm doing this question, I'm looking at this thinking 1 plus 8 on x is a big deal here. I want to investigate 1 plus 8 on x. So that was my thinking. Now I've got this, I'm feeling pretty good because you know that one of the laws, I'm doing a fair bit of detail here, one of the laws of indices is if you've got a b to the power n, a times b, then they both get that power. So over here, not the first bit, that doesn't change, but in this second bracket here, the x gets squared and the 1 plus 8 on x also gets squared. They both get that squared. So this squared applies to both of these. Which now means inside the square root, I've got a common factor. I've got a common factor of 1 plus 8 on x all squared. That's my common factor. So I'll do this. I know it's a lot of steps. This will be worth a few marks, this one. So that's my common factor. 1 plus 8 on x all squared is a common factor. What goes in the bracket? Well, it's that old thing of factorising. The common factor times what gets you back here. Well, that's exactly the same as that. So that must be a 1 there. That must be a 1. And 1 plus 8 on x squared times what gets me back to this second term. Well, there's that term. I need an x squared. So I've got that. Therefore, now I've got a product. Now remember I said before, when it's a plus or a minus, you can't just bring them out. But when it's a multiply, yes you can. Okay, so just to clarify that, over here in different colour, let's go green just because. Square root of, x squared plus y squared does not equal x squared plus y squared. Oh, it doesn't equal, sorry, x plus y. Sorry, so I can get rid of that. You can't just take things out like that. But if they are multiplied, x squared times y squared, then yes, that does equal xy with plus and minuses and funny things going on, but as a basic idea. So here that means, because the 1 plus 8 on x is all squared inside the square root, I can now bring that out. This 1 plus x squared, it's got a plus in it. So I'm going to leave that, well, it's not a plus or minus, so I'm not going to take that, not going to leave that out, I'm going to leave that inside here. And now it's in that form that we originally had. The original form was square root of x squared plus a, so therefore a must equal 1. And there's the answer. So, hard question? Yeah, hard question. Yeah. Because it's in an unfamiliar format and it asks different things of you than just factorise, solve, graph, differentiate. It goes a bit beyond that. That's why it's hard.